Hey friends, it's July 15th, so you know what that means. It's tax day. Hopefully you're working on getting those completed today if you haven't already. Another big happening today is a debt snowball update, so let's get into it. For my budget goals, my main budget goal for the month of July is to make a blue-green debt snowball payment, and in this video you'll see how that's coming along. So to start, I am going to go to my debt payoff plan. Now, so far for the month of July, actually, let me change this date for an update of today. For the month of July, I have made a big chunk of a payment of $1246.61. And that was such a big chunk of a payment that Mint sent me an email that said, "Hey, did you buy something big?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm buying my way to freedom." I'm paying back the debts that I owe. So yes, I have made that $1246.61 payment already. Within the next few days, the minimum payment that is required will come out of my account. That amount is $165.74. So we're on track for making the debt snowball payment of $1412.35. So far we're looking good. I am going to hop over to my debt balances worksheet, but I'm going to come back here because for the next few months, I'm going to do something just a little different. All right, so on to the debt balances. Okay, so I've already created a new worksheet, and the blue-green balance as of today is $3,273.80. What? Okay, so the debt paid so far is almost $52,000. You see that? That represents 94.07% of my debt. Just 5.93, if my math is correct, percent left to get this knocked out. That is the current debt amount. Now back over to my debt payoff plan. So as you know, normally within the year, I don't update these debt balances, like the balance of each individual debt as I go along. I have over here the balance at the beginning of the year, and then I normally don't within the year update this debt balance. It is something that I probably could work into this worksheet if I added in what the interest payments are, but Beers had a good suggestion about just making sure I'm aware of where I'm landing as far as these payments go, because of course the account is charging interest and I'm not including interest on this worksheet. They just wanted to make sure that I'm aware, the balance is increasingly higher than that starting amount because of the interest that gets added to it. So I'm definitely trying to make sure that I pay as much as I can, but this is just another way to be aware of where I'll land. So essentially what may happen is that this September payment may not be enough, even of $1412.35, and it may go into October. Now for me, I'm not dead set on September being the final month. Of course, it'll be great to be debt-free in September 2020, in August 2020, in July 2020, you feel me? But if it happened to be October, the first couple weeks in October, then that's okay. But at the same time, it's just always good to be aware. So thank you, Beers. So what I'm going to do in this worksheet moving forward is just take the current debt amount, I'll probably just list it here, minus the payments to get an idea of what is left after this payment. And then hopefully I can chip away at that amount and just have that done. So some of the other formulas in the worksheet, until I go back and update them, like this total amount paid today and this principal balance back here, they will not include this same amount of interest. Hopefully I'm explaining this correctly, but they won't include that same amount, but that's okay with me. I may go back and update those, but for the most part, I'm just going to use this as like an inner year guide to know that within these last few months, if I really wanted to pay off this debt, what month would it be considering the interest and the current balance of the account. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm starting with July and I've already made a payment, I'm actually going to go back to that debt balances worksheet and look at that July 1st blue-green balance, which is $4,520.41. And then I will go back to my debt payoff plan And what I'm going to do is take that total amount and subtract the coming payments or payments made and to come and see what the difference is. And again, what I would need to add to these amounts to make sure this balance is paid off with this final September amount paid, or if that September will need to be higher. I'm going to try to make the payments over July, August, and September extra payments to make sure it's paid off in September, maybe even August, you never know. Or it may go into October if budget-wise I'm just not able to make those extra payments work. So here we go. Again, hopefully this makes sense. So what I'm going to put down here is just a formula that says $4,520.41 minus the sum of these three fields. So the payments. And you can see that the difference is $768.88. So the balance as of the beginning of July minus now of course for July, this will get an extra $165.74, but it hasn't been made yet. So I can also take that out of that if I wanted to. I could just say this actually equals this minus 165.74. Yep, so 603.14 is what I'll need to add into these next few months to make sure this debt is actually knocked out in September, in that September payment. Again, thank you for that suggestion. I think it's always good to adjust and know exactly where you are so you know what is attainable and what may be a stretch for you. Of course, as you know, if this payment was $1412.35, then that would make an extra $283.36. So if I wasn't able to spread this $283.36 over these next few months, it may be October instead that I pay off the blue-green. So you see what I'm saying here? I think it's a better way to look at this because, of course, you know, if I want to get some things done in September and by the end of September wanted to have it all done and over with, I would want to make sure that I have a full awareness of when this is actually going to happen. And the addition of interest can sometimes throw that plan off. And so it's always good to make sure the calculations are up to date. Maybe even choose apps or things like that that will just include that for you so you have a more realistic view and a solid understanding of when the final date or month actually is. So I definitely don't want to get my heart set on September and then it's looking more like October. So thank you for that. I know what I need to do now. I'm going to take the data, make some adjustments, and adjust my goals accordingly. That's what I love about data, okay? So yeah, that's all for today's Debt Snowball update. Of course, I get to update my trackers because things are heading in the right direction, as you know. Yes. So I'm super excited about that. I'm excited about all the leaps and bounds a lot of us are making in the midst of everything that's going on. We're keeping our hand to the plow in this area as best we can. We're showing ourselves grace and we're getting things done. As always, you know, I'm grateful for your support. I hope things are going well with you and yours, and I will chat with you next time. Have a good one. Bye.